Hello and welcome back to another session, Hybrid OLAP. What is hybrid OLAP? So hybrid OLAP is a mixture of both, the ROLAP and the MOLAP. It offers, the first computation of the MOLAP and higher scalability of ROLAP. So OLAP uses the two databases, right? One is, the aggregated or computed data that is stored in a multidimensional OLAP queue. So in this database, all the aggregated and computed facts are stored. For example, like annual sales figures, projected sales figures, financial expenditures, marketing expenditures, inventory details, etc. So these are essentially the facts of a business, and mostly they are computed and aggregated. For example, like the minimum sales value, median sales value, and standard deviation, etc. Then we have another database. The detailed information is stored in a relational database. In this database, you will have a geographical information, for example, like state table, metropolitan area table, the county table, and zip code tables, and relationship between each other. So by maintaining the two different databases of each ROLAP and the MOLAP, there won't be any performance issue as each database is made for its own purpose. So here you are basically segregating the data between the relational and the multidimensional databases. So what are the benefits of hybrid OLAP? So this kind of OLAP basically helps to economize the disk space, and it also remains the compact, which helps to avoid issues related to access speed and the convenience. Because dimensions are stored in the ROLAP, there is less disk space used. Since the fact data is stored in a multidimensional array, the query results are stored in MOLAP database and saves the effort of looking for the same data over and over, which saves time, and at the same time, data result retrieval is fast. Faster performance on all the types of data. So hybrid OLAP uses cube technology, which allows faster performance for all the types of data. So since the data is stored in here the data is stored in a specific cube, it's on its purpose, and the querying targets a specific cube while retrieving the data. That means the query you are sending is going to target that particular cube. The performance is better in terms of retrieving the data because the query is going to the tables where the data resides rather than searching for that particular data and data among all the tables. ROLAP or instantly updated, and OLAP users have access to this real-time instantly updated data. So MOLAP brings cleaning and conversion data, thereby improving the data relevance. This brings best of both worlds. Means like you have a best of from ROLAP and the best of from MOLAP. Let's discuss what are the different the drawbacks of hybrid OLAP. So first one is greater complexity level. The major drawback in the OLAP system is that it supports both ROLAP and MOLAP tools and applications. Thus, it is very complicated. Since it is a combination of both of the type of systems, it brings a greater complexity, which is not easy to manage. So you need an expertise or an expert to manage the systems. Second one is the potential overlaps. There are higher chances of overlapping, especially into their functionalities. This means ROLAP functionalities may overlap MOLAP and vice versa. Developers and DBAs should be careful managing these aspects. So you got to be careful because you're going to segregate the data. So when you are segregating the data, you need to make sure all these aggregated functions are not put into relational database, and whatever the data which you're maintaining in the relational database are not populated into multidimensional OLAP. So at the same time, so the data should not be repeated in both. So otherwise it's going to affect the performance very badly. So this is about the hybrid OLAP. So I hope you enjoyed this session. I will see you in the next chapter.